Christine Collins. On March 10th, my 9-year-old son, Walter Collins, disappeared. And a 5-month investigation led to a boy being brought to Los Angeles from DeKalb, Illinois. The LAPD told me and all of you that this boy was my son. He was not my son.
The vulnerability of not only children, but the vulnerability of a woman in that particular period of time in the 20s when it certainly wasn't considered a woman's world. And even your parents grew up saying, and your grandparents would say, oh, it's a man's world, and like this. And now, but now we've reached towards understanding the plight of the weaker sex, as it used to be called. I'm using all these cliches from when I was growing up. But my dad was a very chivalrous kind of person, and he was always, you must have respect. You must have respect for your mother. You put the toilet seat down because you must have respect for your mother. And so I was always taught that about a woman's place and the difference of the genders and the importance of that difference. So it's great, and I appreciate it. I like telling stories about it.
Is this Mrs. Christine Collins?
Yes.
I'm the pastor over at St. Paul's Presbyterian. I've made it my mission in life to bring to light all the things the LAPD wish none of us ever knew about. This police department does not tolerate dissent, and you are in a position to embarrass them, and they do not like it.
I just want my son home.
I used to call her Angie Dickinson, too, all the time, just to see what reaction she would have. But you know, the fact is, she never got defensive about it. I said, this is a real dame. This is a real girl. And that's one of the, I think, appealing parts of working with her, besides her ability, is that she's got a great sense of humor.
Why are you doing this, Mrs. Collins?
You have stopped looking for my son.
Why should we be looking for someone we've already found?
The mayor wants this to go away.
You can't do this. No.
You are to convey the prisoner to the Los Angeles County General Hospital psychopathic ward.
By signing this, you certify the police were right in sending you here for observation, and it absolves them of all responsibility.
I won't sign that.
Orderly!
It's hard not to be pessimistic, but I am an optimist. I do see things as the glass half full, and I do think that everything is accomplishable if people put their minds to it. So that way, I've never had any reservations about trying any subject matter in a film for that reason. I felt, well, I'll try it. I mean, I may not be able to pull it off, and it may have varying degrees of goodness or badness or whatever you want to call it, but at least, you know, you take the swing at bat. If you don't ever get up and swing at the bat, at the ball, you'll never hit it.
I know my son is out there. I can still feel him.
Your son, unfortunately, would not be the first, but if you do it right, he may very well be the last.
I feel that a film is only as good as the audience is willing to come to you to some degree. If you're trying to just throw it out to the audience and give them a message, I like the audience to come to you. If they bring some of their imagination along with it, then that's terrific. It's the same with Christine Collins' case. At the end, everybody's going, well, what happened to her? Where did she go? I don't know where she went. Nobody can find that out. Some historians say she lived to be a very short time after that period, and some historian, a new one just came up the other day and said she lived into the 1960s and passed away. But we don't know. But half of the fun of not knowing is imagining in your mind that she went on. We hope, because hope is part of the ending of the film. We hope that she goes on, and we wish her a wonderful life somewhere.
Your handling of the Christine Collins case has exposed this department to public ridicule. If the boy you brought back is not Walter Collins, then where the hell is he?
I want my